Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring another horror movie review during the month of October, of course due to Halloween. Again, as I've stated before in some of my other videos, I just want to make horror movies more of a presence on my channel than they have been, since I'm a big horror movie fan and I've always felt like I've needed to make that more of an emphasis on my YouTube. So, excuse my hair. But yeah, so anyway, this time we're going to be talking about Child's Play 2. And Child's Play 2 came out in 1990, and of course is a sequel to the first Child's Play, which I also reviewed some time ago. As far as the first Child's Play goes, I thought it was alright. I did like it, but I found it to be a bit underwhelming compared to like the following it has. I wasn't crazy about it. I thought some of the acting was wooden. Chucky himself, Brad Dourif voicing him was entertaining, but the rest of it I found to be a bit dry, just wasn't really as into it as I would have liked to be. But Child's Play 2 here, I enjoyed a lot. It's probably one of the better slasher horror movie sequels I've seen in a while. I'll even go as far to say that I like it better than Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. So you can take that, for how you want. Again, not comparing to the rest of that series, but this is one of the better horror sequels I've seen in quite some time, actually, and it does make me eager to watch the rest of the films and get caught up and see, Cuddle Chucky that just came out. This one picks up, I think, a couple years after the first film. 2 years afterward. And of course, after what happened in the first film, Andy, the kid who Chucky is still trying to possess, has been taken into a foster home, and his mother is being held in some kind of psychiatric facility, I guess, because she had ended up seeing Chucky too, and she tried to back up her son's story, but of course they wrote her off as insane and locked her up. But they're treating the kid always just a kid, so give him some special care and some time and such, which is nice, but of course adults, they just got to be insane, right? Yeah, and like I said, I like this movie a lot. I found it to be superior to the original, just in terms of just in a multitude of ways, honestly. For one, we get more of Chucky himself in this movie, who is obviously the most entertaining part of the first film, of course. We get more time with him. We get to see him, pull more shit and, violent shenanigans and such. And I just found the regular characters to be more engaging and, sort of likable and entertaining in this one as well. I believe it was the same kid that played Andy in this one, Alex Vincent. Please let me be right. Yeah, okay, good. But there were a couple other characters I actually liked a decent amount in this as well. I thought Christine Elise, or Elise, did a good job as Kyle. She's one of the other foster kids staying there. She's a bit older than Andy, though. She's probably about my age, 21, or maybe give or take, I guess. She... they don't go into it too much, but she's obviously come from a broken family. She's been to a number of foster homes. She has some drug issues and such, but she came across relatable. And at first she comes off like snobby and just sort of the mean girl that's gonna get killed by Chucky, but now they actually show her to be more relatable and sort of hurt and empty herself, I guess. And her and Andy's scenes together are kind of fun, especially when she's, when he's pushing her on the swing set. I thought that was kind of nice. I almost wish they had more time together. And, almost kind of like a kid brother kind of thing, for her that I appreciated. And then I also liked Jenny Agutter as Joanne. She was the foster mom, one of the main caretakers there, along with her husband. And Jenny Agutter was also in An American Werewolf in London as the main love interest in that. American Werewolf in London, I also find that underwhelming. I don't like it as much as most people do. But I thought she was fine in that. I think she's just as good, if not even better, in this. I did like her. And I like how she actually seemed to care about Andy for a little while. Garrett Graham, who played the foster father, was also fine. He seems to have a liking for Andy, but he's not as patient as Joanne is in the movie. And it's only when, okay, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but it's only when Phil is murdered by Chucky, does she finally sort of push Andy away. Because, of course, who's going to believe that a doll actually did this, so she would think that the child, there's something seriously wrong with him, and she, killed or set up her husband in some way. So she says, get away from me, and, she's just breaking down, of course. But before she's murdered, a little bit afterward, Kyle does try to talk to her, and who knows, maybe Joanne probably will try to talk to Andy again or something like that, because she seemed like a decent person herself. And again, just only reacting as anyone could, without knowing that there's a serial killer possessing a doll out there. So I like that. I actually cared about a couple of the characters, and I was sort of saddened to see Joanne killed and sort of had the sewing machine used on her and such. Probably the most entertaining kill in the movie, though, was Chucky murdering that school teacher, which I thought was pretty fun with the ruler. At first she's kind of freaked out because she thought Andy was in the closet, and that he wrote out "fuck you, bitch" on his paper to her. And of course it was Chucky rattling the door, and he ends up, like I said, beating her with a ruler. Found that oddly satisfying in a way. But again, it's kind of from her perspective. Would she think a doll is setting Andy up like this? Would you think a doll is setting Andy up like this? No. But still, I thought it was a fun kill there. And as far as the finale goes, I was, or the climax of the movie goes, I should say, I was glad to see Kyle make it out of it. I was actually worried about her, so that was good. The whole final confrontation is in this, factory. This, of course, the good guy's toy factory, or one of them anyway. I found it was acted like sort of a maze type of thing, and it was crazy. I just thought it was really entertaining with the way Chucky kept on coming at him. And even when Chucky, he ends up being too late to possess Andy, so he becomes human, or he at least has more human-like qualities now in terms of the pain he feels and things like that. He actually bleeds when he tears his own hand off. You see, where it was taken from very clearly. I'll say that. And when Chucky's in pain and he gets hit, it's actually kind of funny in a way too, just again because of Brad Dourif's entertaining voice acting in the role. I almost felt like the climax sort of felt a little bit drawn out too, a little bit stretched out, sort of like the first one did. But I thought this one was more entertaining, the whole conveyor belt thing. I thought it was actually pretty fun to watch. And there's one thing I'm worried about watching the rest of these movies, though. The premise and just the way the movies are, I'm sort of worried that's going to feel a little bit stale when I watch more of them. And I know Child's Play 3 isn't as well viewed by even the fans as the first two are, but who knows, maybe there's a fan of Child's Play 3 out there, but I'm worried that the whole shtick of Chucky trying to possess Andy's going to get a bit stale, and that him tracking him down, and then everyone else not discovering it's actually Chucky until it's too late when I get a bit old. And I know slasher movies are kind of can get a bit old. I mean, there's a whole formula to every Friday the 13th movie most of the time, and same with Nightmare on Elm Street and such. But I don't know. I just hope they come up with something to kind of make it fresh, and I'm kind of wondering if that's what Bride of Chucky does, with the introduction of his girlfriend. But we'll see when we get to that. I will watch more. I will watch Child's Play 3 and onward if I would like. But we'll at least watch a third one and go from there. Like I said, Chucky, he's not quite like a Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, or Michael Myers to me, but, he's starting to get close, honestly. Although it is kind of hard to take him seriously. Sometimes it's entertaining to watch as he is. I do get a kick out of him, but I've never really felt scared or intimidated by anything, despite some semi-intense chase sequences. So that's something that's kind of lacking in these movies too for me, but still nonetheless entertaining due to Brad Dourif's way of portraying the character, Charles Lee Ray. But if I had to rate this movie, I would rate it about B plus, kind of undecided between those two. I did like it better than the first film. I just think it had more going for it, more Chucky, better characters, better actors, frankly. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about Child's Play 2. And without spoilers, sort of give me your general thoughts on the rest of the series, and if I should keep watching them. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, like, subscribe, and peace.